Hello, my beautiful and radiant souls. Welcome back to Cosmic Wisdom, your sacred space for illuminating the divine truths written in the stars. I am your guide. And if the universe has guided your eyes and your heart to this very message at this exact moment, I want you to feel deep within the chambers of your soul that this is a divine appointment. This is no accident. Take a moment with me now. Pause wherever you are. Find a stillness in your spirit. Let us take one deep, intentional breath together. Draw in the golden light of the cosmos. Hold it for a moment, feeling that warmth, that life force, that stellar energy filling your lungs. And as you exhale, release every shadow of doubt, every whisper of insecurity, everything and anything that does not serve the magnificent being that you are. Let your shoulders soften. Let your heart, that brilliant sun that powers your entire being, open itself to receive, because the words that are about to be spoken have been orchestrated by the heavens themselves just for you. There is a woman who walks into a room and the laws of physics seem to pause. The ambient noise fades. The light itself seems to bend towards her as if seeking its source. She creates an invisible, powerful gravity that pulls all eyes, all hearts, all attention into her orbit. This is not about the fleeting concept of physical beauty, though she is almost always breathtaking. This is not about a charisma that has been practiced or forced for. She does not even seem to try. No, my friends, this is about something far deeper, far more primal. It is an energy, a fire, a divine radiance that stirs a deep, ancient knowing within the souls of everyone she meets. That woman is the Leo. And if you have ever wondered why she is the most desired, the most unforgettable, the most sought-after queen of the Zodiac, then prepare your spirit to receive truths that will resonate with the fire in your own heart. What I am about to share with you is not some dry theoretical astrology. This is a sacred observation of cosmic patterns of divine energies that repeat themselves with the certainty of the sunrise. Men who have sworn off love, building fortresses around their hearts, find their walls melting away like ice in the sun when they encounter the warmth of a Leo woman. Women who have prided themselves on their unshakable independence suddenly find themselves captivated, inspired, and drawn to her brilliant light. People who believed they had their entire lives mapped out discover in her presence that they were looking for a destination they never even knew existed. Her. Why? What is this cosmic fire she wields with such effortless grace? The answer will change the way you see the Leo woman and perhaps yourself forever. So if you feel a stirring in your soul, a recognition of this magnificent energy, I want you to make a sacred commitment to your own inner light right now. Let this be a ritual. Press that like button not as a mere click, but as a conscious act of saying yes to your own radiance. And in the comments below, I want you to declare your intention to the universe. Please type this with me. Now I am ready to embrace my inner light. Let us fill this space with a chorus of powerful affirmations. And if you have not yet joined our cosmic family, please subscribe to Cosmic Wisdom and turn on your notifications so you never miss these sacred transmissions designed to unlock the magic within you. Are you ready now? Are you truly ready to understand the celestial secret that makes the Leo woman so magnetic, so enthralling, so utterly and completely irreplaceable? It will make you understand why her absence leaves a void that can never truly be filled. It will reveal why a romance with her becomes the golden standard against which all other loves are measured, and why even those who must leave her spend a lifetime searching for a flicker of the sun she so freely shared. Let us begin this journey by exploring something that is so obvious it is almost always overlooked: the Leo woman's radiant presence. I am not speaking of her appearance in the mundane sense. I am speaking of the way she occupies reality, the way she moves through the world, not as a participant, but as the very source of its light and warmth. She does not simply walk into a room. The room awakens when she enters. She is pure, vibrant, life-giving energy in a world filled with souls who are constantly distracted, their spirits fragmented across a dozen digital realities, their attention forever divided. The Leo woman is a beacon of total glorious presence. She is here right now. When you are in her company, you are the sole focus of her universe. That brilliant sun-like energy is directed entirely at you. Think about that for a moment. When was the last time you felt truly, completely seen by another human being without the shadow of a phone in their hand, without their mind clearly drifting to 1,000 other worries? It is a profoundly rare and sacred gift, is it not? A Leo woman offers this gift naturally. It is her default state of being. And this quality, my friends, is so powerfully addictive that once you have basked in its warmth, everything else feels like a pale imitation, a cold and empty shadow. People fall in love not just with the magnificent woman she is, but with the magnificent version of themselves that they become in her light. She has a divine alchemical ability to make people feel not just real, but radiant. In a society that demands we wear masks, that we play roles, that we curate our personalities for public consumption, the Leo woman simply is. Her authenticity is not a choice, it is her very essence. And this glorious, unapologetic selfhood creates a sacred space where others feel safe enough to be authentic too. In her presence, the masks crumble. The exhausting effort of trying to impress simply dissolves. You discover that you can just exist in all your flawed glory. And that is more than enough. It is worthy of celebration. Can you begin to feel the sheer power of that in a world that relentlessly screams that you must be more, achieve more, and constantly prove your worth? She offers a sanctuary, not of quiet stillness, but of joyous, unapologetic being. But this radiant presence is merely the overture to a much grander symphony. The true soul-deep magnetism of the Leo woman comes from something far more profound, her sacred relationship with joy. While other souls may seek fleeting pleasure, the Leo woman understands joy as a divine state of being. For her, joy is not a reward for good behavior or a momentary escape from hardship. Joy is the entire point. It is the language of her soul, the fuel for her fire. She feels no guilt, no shame, no need to apologize for her desire to celebrate life in all its magnificent splendor. She doesn't just want comfort and beauty. She wants drama, passion, laughter, and grand, unforgettable moments. This complete and utter lack of shame about her desires is intoxicatingly attractive. While so many are conditioned to suppress their true feelings, to pretend they don't want the spotlight to play small so as not to intimidate others, the Leo woman embraces her desire to shine with the innocence of a child and the authority of a queen. She knows on a cellular level that there is nothing wrong with wanting a life that feels like a masterpiece. And because there is no internal conflict, no friction in her soul about this, she naturally manifests a life filled with vibrancy and celebration. Grand opportunities, passionate people, and moments of pure, unadulterated happiness flow to her because she believes with every fiber of her being that she is worthy of them. She is not asking the universe for permission to be happy. She is a co-creator with the universe, staging the most beautiful play imaginable. And the people who enter her orbit absorb this powerful, liberating energy. Suddenly, they too feel permission to seek joy without apology. They too feel empowered to laugh louder, to love bigger, and to believe that they also deserve a life that feels like a grand adventure. The Leo woman does not preach about self-love or confidence. She doesn't need to. She is a living, breathing sermon of joyful self-expression. Her very existence is a masterclass in how to live fully, and that is a deeply transformative lesson for everyone blessed enough to witness it. Now we must journey into a realm that many find intimidating, but it is absolutely essential to understanding her power. The Leo woman's passion is a force of nature. It is not the quiet, smoldering sensuality of other signs. Oh no, it is a conscious, expressive, and magnificently theatrical passion that emanates directly from her heart, which in the sacred map of astrology is the very part of the body that Leo rules. Her passion is not a secret to be discovered. It is a bonfire that warms all who draw near. You see it in the dramatic sweep of her hands as she tells a story. You feel it in the brilliant fire that dances in her eyes when she speaks of something she loves. It's in the way her laughter can fill a silent room with pure, unadulterated life. Her passion is not confined to the physical. It is an emotional, creative, intellectual, and spiritual fire. To experience intimacy with a Leo woman is to be given a starring role in the greatest romance ever told. She is not in her head, analyzing the moment. She is completely, utterly present in the grand emotion of it all. A touch is not just a touch, it is a pivotal moment in the scene. A kiss is not just a kiss, it is a dramatic climax. A simple hug from her can feel like a royal embrace, a promise of protection and unwavering warmth. This total heart-centered presence creates an intensity, a technical vibrancy that becomes permanently etched upon the soul. This is why those who have truly loved a Leo woman often feel that no one else can compare. It is not because she is more beautiful or more skilled in the arts of love. It is because she is more present, more invested, more gloriously and theatrically alive. She makes love feel not just real, but epic. And this brings us to another truth that often rattles the foundations of modern relationships. The Leo woman is fiercely, unequivocally loyal. But unlike other signs where loyalty can be misinterpreted as possessiveness or neediness in her, it is an act of royal decree, and it is devastatingly attractive. Why? Because we are living in an age of ambiguity, an era where no one wants to commit, where keeping one's options open is seen as a sign of strength, and where true commitment is often feared. And then, into this world of emotional vagrants, steps a queen. A woman who looks you in the eye and when she is ready, anoints you as her chosen one. Her declaration is made with certainty, without games, without apology. Her unwavering belief in what and who she wants is unbelievably seductive, because deep down in the most ancient part of our souls, we all yearn to be definitively chosen. We all want to be desired with an intensity that leaves no room for doubt. We all crave the feeling of mattering so completely to someone that we become a part of their kingdom. The Leo woman offers this. When she chooses you, there is no maybe. There are no mixed signals. There is only the full, magnificent, life-giving force of her heart, sun shining directly upon you. And to be the recipient of that focused, unconditional warmth is an experience that is nothing short of addictive. Have you ever known what it feels like to be loved by someone who is not afraid to declare that love to the heavens? Let us speak of her strength, for it is another cornerstone of her magnificent being. The strength of a Leo woman is not the quiet, unmoving stability of a rock. It is the constant, dependable, life-giving power of the sun. In a world of flickering trends, fleeting emotions, and people who change their core beliefs with the shifting winds, she is a constant. The sun rises every single morning without fail. That is her strength. It is a strength born of courage, of a deep and unshakable belief in herself, and most importantly, in those she has welcomed into her royal heart. This does not mean she is easy to win. Far from it. The Leo woman is one of the most selective souls in the Zodiac. She does not give her heart away lightly. She does not fall in love on a whim. She does not open the gates to her inner kingdom for just anyone. A queen, after all, must be discerning about who she allows into her court. But when she does, when she finally chooses someone, her loyalty is absolute. It is a sacred vow. In a world where relationships are treated as disposable, where people flee at the first sign of a storm, this unwavering loyalty is a treasure beyond measure. People desire a Leo woman because their souls instinctively know that if they can prove themselves worthy of her love, they will have something real, Not a superficial social media love built on appearances, but a grand, epic love that not only withstands the storms, but uses their winds to make its flames burn brighter. A love that builds an empire of joy and creativity rather than being just a fleeting chapter. And this, my beautiful friends, leads us to her standards. The standards of a Leo woman are not merely high, they are royal. She does not settle for mediocrity. She does not accept crumbs of affection or attention. She will not, under any circumstances, dim her own brilliant light to make someone else feel comfortable in their shadows. She knows exactly what she wants, and she is not afraid to wait for it because she knows her worth is not diminished by time or by being alone. And paradoxically, this makes her infinitely more desirable, not less. We instinctively recognize the value in that which is not easily obtained. When a person has no standards, when they accept any and all offers, there is no sense of victory, no true achievement in winning their affection. But when a queen knows her divine worth and refuses to compromise, suddenly everyone of value wants to prove they are worthy of standing by her throne. Her royal standards are not a game. They are a cosmic filtration system. They effortlessly repel those who are not ready, those who are not willing to rise to the occasion and celebrate her light. A Leo woman would rather rule her kingdom alone in magnificent solitude than co-rule in a mediocre alliance. It is a spiritual and emotional impossibility for her to settle for less than a grand love. And that integrity, that regal refusal to compromise her heart, is magnetic. People recognize that if she chooses them, it is a true coronation. It is not because she was lonely or bored. It is because she looked at their soul and saw a fellow monarch. Now let us venture into a territory that is rarely discussed, her grand vision. We live in a world obsessed with instant gratification, and suddenly you encounter a woman who is not interested in the small, quick wins. She is playing the long game, directing the epic masterpiece of her life. Her patience is not the slow, methodical, step-by-step patience of an earth sign. It is the unwavering creative endurance of a master artist who can see the finished sculpture within the uncarved block of marble. She does not force situations or try to rush the divine timing of the universe. She understands that the greatest love stories, the most magnificent empires, take time to build. A relationship with her does not ignite in a flash and then burn out. It is a grand, unfolding drama with acts and scenes building in intensity and meaning over time. She is not just building a life. She is composing a symphony painting, a masterpiece, writing an epic poem. And those who are invited to be a part of this creation find it infinitely more satisfying than the fleeting, superficial connections that define so much of modern life. Her patience is the confidence of a creator who knows her vision is worth waiting for. And how does she stage this grand vision? Let us talk about something that everyone feels, but few can articulate. The Leo woman has a sacred relationship with splendor. She does not just appreciate beauty, she creates magnificence around her. Her environment is never just a house, it is a palace, a stage, a temple to joy. Her home is a sanctuary of warmth and vibrant life. Her personal style is an expression of her inner royalty. Even the way she hosts a simple dinner party has a touch of theatricality and grandeur. This divine ability to create and maintain splendor is profoundly seductive, because splendor, my friends, feeds the soul. We feel more alive, more important, more joyful in her presence because she curates an existence that elevates the everyday into the extraordinary. A perfectly chosen piece of music playing at just the right time. A story told with such passion it gives you chills. A gift given not on a holiday, but just because the moment felt grand. She understands that life is not just about surviving. It is about creating moments of such breathtaking beauty and joy that they become cherished forever. And because she takes such magnificent care of her own world and her own spirit, people are desperately drawn to the kingdom she has created. They want to be a part of it. They want an invitation to this oasis of light, color, and passion in the midst of a gray and monotonous desert. Once you have experienced life in her kingdom, you never want to leave. You want to stay there where everything feels more significant, more beautiful, and more intensely alive. But here we arrive at the deepest, most sacred aspect of the Leo woman. She possesses a strength of heart that is absolutely awe-inspiring. This is not a silent, stoic strength. Oh no, it is the courageous, brilliant, and sometimes thundering roar of the lioness. It is a strength that comes directly from her heart, her solar plexus, her center of power. She does not need to shout or prove her dominance. She simply exists with such a powerful core of self-love and certainty that people instinctively grant her respect. It is a force of will, born from the sun itself, unwavering, life-giving, and impossible to ignore. When a Leo woman has made up her mind, you can feel it in the air. Not because she is stubborn, but because she possesses an inner compass, a divine connection to her own truth that he unerring. She is not swayed by fleeting opinions or the latest trends. She follows the radiant map of her own heart with absolute faith. This heartfelt courage is so compelling because it stands in stark contrast to the hollow aggression that many mistake for strength. A Leo woman doesn't need to be aggressive because her power is real. It is not a performance, it is the very essence of who she is. And people feel profoundly safe around this strength. They feel they can let down their own armor, that they can be vulnerable because the queen is on her throne. Not in a way that seeks to control them, but in a way that protects, inspires, and stabilizes everything and everyone in her kingdom. And now we come to a truth that I know will resonate deeply within your own soul. People desire the Leo woman so intensely because she represents everything that is fundamentally missing from our disconnected modern world. She represents the courage to be seen in an age of hiding. She is pure, unapologetic passion in a world that champions cynical detachment. She is the embodiment of radical self-love in a culture that profits from our insecurities. She is unwavering loyalty in an age of disposable connections. She is the grand, joyful celebration of life in a society that often feels overwhelmed by shadow. The Leo woman is a living, breathing reminder of the magnificent, radiant main character that lives inside every single one of us. The part we are often too afraid to let out. When someone meets her, it is like their own soul is reawakened. They are reminded of the possibility of living with passion, of building a life that feels like a work of art, of loving with their whole heart without fear. She doesn't offer this as a lesson, she simply lives it. And her example grants others permission to do the same. And let's touch on something that might seem superficial, but is deeply spiritual. A Leo woman knows how to graciously accept adoration. Our culture strangely teaches us to be uncomfortable with praise, to deflect compliments, to feel guilty for being celebrated. A Leo woman has no such programming. She understands that receiving love, praise, and admiration is a natural and beautiful energetic exchange. She knows how to accept gifts, compliments, devotion, and love with a regal grace that makes the giver feel honored. When you give something beautiful to a Leo woman, be it a gift, a compliment, or your heart, she doesn't diminish it or act uncomfortable. She receives it fully, she treasures it. And her genuine, heartfelt joy makes you feel wonderful for having given it. This creates a beautiful divine cycle where people want to give her more and more because her reaction makes the act of giving itself a deeply rewarding experience. She inspires generosity through her mastery of gracious reception. This brings us to our ultimate revelation, the deepest truth about why the Leo woman is the most desired soul of the Zodiac. In a world that has become increasingly intellectual, digital, and disconnected from genuine emotion, she is pure, unadulterated heart fire. She is real, she is passionate, she is present. She is living proof that it is still possible to experience a love that feels like an epic romance, to build a life that is a masterpiece, and to live with a joy so profound it illuminates the world. People do not desire a Leo woman simply because she is beautiful or charismatic. They desire her because, on the deepest of soul levels, they recognize in her something they have lost and desperately wish to reclaim the courageous, brilliant, and unapologetic light of their own heart. In her presence, they get to feel that light once more. She does not teach you with her words, she awakens you with her being. And that, my beloved friends, is the most powerful and sacred magic of all. So if you are a Leo woman who has found your way to this message, I hope you can now see and honor the divine power you carry. You are not desired by accident. It is because you are a vessel for qualities that have become profoundly rare and precious. Never ever dim your light to fit into a world that is not ready for your radiance. Continue to be the glorious, magnificent sun you were born to be. Those who are worthy of your kingdom will find their way to you, drawn by your warmth. Those who are not will be gently repelled by a light they cannot comprehend. And if you are a soul who is captivated by a Leo woman, you now understand the sacred treasure she represents. Do not approach her with games, ambiguity, or a half-hearted spirit. She will see through it in an instant. Approach her with a bold heart, with grand intentions, with the capacity to celebrate her magnificence, and with the unwavering desire to build an empire of joy and love by her side, because that is what she deserves, and she will accept nothing less. My dear cosmic friends, our sacred journey for today has reached its conclusion. I want you to take a moment to pause and truly absorb the energy of this message, to feel the power of these truths activating within your own spirit. Embrace this understanding fully. Allow yourself to surrender to the sublime magic of your own magnificent light. This is a time for all of us to shine more brightly, to share our unique gifts with a world in desperate need of warmth, and to live the grand, beautiful life we were always destined to live. I would be so honored to hear from you. Which part of this message ignited a fire within your soul? What divine truth has been awakened within you today? Please share your heart, your insights, and your feelings in the comment section below. When we share our stories and uplift one another, we amplify our collective power and healing. Let us create a true sanctuary of light and transformation right here. Thank you for being here with me today. Thank you for allowing me to be a humble mirror reflecting your own magnificent light back to you. It has been a true gift and an honor to share this sacred space with you. I wish you an abundance of joy that makes your heart sing, a profound sense of inner peace, and the glorious, unwavering success that you so richly and divinely deserve. Remember, you are the director of your own magnificent play. You are the sun at the center of your own universe, and you are infinitely capable of manifesting all of your wildest, most beautiful dreams.